round 2 of Funny Car. How big a deal is it for Bob Tasca and Bob Hight to go head-to-head in Tasca's backyard here in New England?
It's a big deal, yeah. And, Bob Hight has the Auto Club of New England on the side of the race car. So, this is a battle of New Englanders, so to say. A real one and an adopted one.
Well, now Robert Hight is actually going to have the Cornwell body on when we get to Bristol next week, but they run this body just once or twice a year, and they always run it when we're up here in New England, so that's why you see the AAA of New England Chevrolet Camaro down there for NKC, Cornwell Tools, Monster, and of course all the JFR guys. But for Bob Tasca, his dad's picture is on the side of the tower here in New England. His dad has been coming to this race, or his grandfather, I should say. They've been coming to this racetrack as long as it's been here. PPG, the colors they fly in New England, Motorcraft, Quick Lane, Ford dealer, out of Rhode Island. Tasca trying to defend his home turf here in New England. Bob Hight trying to take the Auto Club of New England on into the semifinals.
And for those wondering why we jumped into Funny Car round number 2, because they all have an extra round they're going to have to make in the semifinals, the winners, that is.
So that's what we do in New England. We run them back-to-back. Oh, look at Robert. I don't know. Robert Hight, I do believe, got the block down there. We're going to have to go to the replay and check it out. And actually, Bob Tasca got around him anyway. 441 at 267 miles an hour. That was a wild one. The Mustang in the left lane, a Camaro on the right. Take another look on the NHRA.TV replay from all the way down at the end of the racetrack. Tasca's car went kapop at the finish line, and he is checking it out. Look at smoke. Look at Robert. Sideways, still fighting it. He did touch the block, and that was a pretty big boom for Tasca. It was not a kablooey, but it was a pretty big boom under the PPG body. A wild one out there as the two drivers battling it out. That shows you how important it is to get the win here at the home track in New England for Bob Tasca. They blowed her up, but he got the win, 4.418 to a 444. Wild one down there. Joe.
Here with Aaron Brooks. Aaron, you guys are now 1-1 on the season, you and Robert, but that was a wild one. What did you see out there?
Yeah, I think everybody's just pushing too hard. Track's hot as we've been, and if you're racing those guys, you gotta push, and we probably won't go too far.
Going on to the semis, what do you think it's going to take? It's going to get hotter.
Just got to go down the track, probably battle of attrition at this point.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Here's what I can tell you with relative certainty. Bob Tasca's next victim here at his home track, or his hopeful next victim, is going to be Chad Green. And I can tell you that because, like in Top Fuel, we have 7 funny cars coming back here for round number 2, and Chad Green, Chad's got the free ride. Now, Jason mentioned it earlier, but I don't think he went into a whole lot of detail. The Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge, normally we contest the following event. Because we are not going to be able to run the Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge on Saturday in Thunder Valley, we're simply going to be too busy to run the New England Too Fast, Too Tasty when we get to Thunder Valley later on Saturday. So what they are going to do is the Too Fast, Too Tasty will run in conjunction with the New England race. If you win the New England race, you also win the Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge.
Oh, and that comes with more money.
Oh, yes.
And 3 championship bonus points. That's the thing. Right? I understand. We've never run the Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge in New England or in Bristol, for that matter. And for all those fans out there that are thinking about, like, oh, championship points. Those are points that you get in the countdown.
Right.
They don't matter right now. You get them after Indy when we reset the points. If you've won 5 or 6 of these, you've got a whole round on the field.
I know we've got a lot of NASCAR fans here. We always do when we come here to Thunder Valley. It is exactly like the playoff points that they earn in the Cup Series. You go out there, you win a stage, you go out there and you win, and you get those points that will not be added until you get into the playoffs. They're taking care of business up at the top end of the racetrack. Looks like they're getting ready to tow Bob's car off, running the FOD mat out there. Chad Green awaits the fire-up signal.